So I'm going to give you, based on the Athletic article, which does make it sound Shanahan's taken Mac Jones. He can help him now. So here is my mock draft today with one major trade. And I'm going to talk you through why I see this. So, okay, we start with number one, Trevor Lawrence, only quarterback, Pro Football Focus, in the college football era who was graded over 90 freshman, sophomore, junior years. Let's not argue about it, waste any time. Trevor Lawrence, Jags, we all know he's already giving to charities in Jacksonville. It's over. He's number one. Zach Wilson, Jets. This has been set in stone. He sounds a lot like Darnold to me, but not as big. Big risk taker. I think he has big bust potential, but they like him. They need a quarterback. They made a decision. We're moving off Darnold. We don't want to have to pay our quarterback for 4 years. I get it. That's a huge advantage for front offices when you don't pay a quarterback anything, and it was about time to pay Darnold. Zach Wilson, 2 Jets. Okay, I'm predicting what's going to happen. I'm not saying I do all of this. Okay, this is what I think is going to happen. This is not me. This is what I believe is going to happen. I'm predicting what I think is going to happen. Mac Jones, Niners, 3rd. Why? He can win now. He's ready to win now. He's got a lower ceiling. I see a lot of red flags. But Kyle Shanahan has been in this league 4 years. He's had one winning season. And he's saying, I'm beating Sean McVay with backups. The only time I had a healthy quarterback, I got to the Super Bowl. Just give me a guy that can stand up. Also, they have a Jimmy Garoppolo issue. If Mac Jones can play now, which scouts say, you can move off Garoppolo. You can't if you draft Trey Lance or maybe Justin Fields. You can't move off of Garoppolo. I think they can move off Garoppolo at the trading deadline in October. Mac Jones, 3rd. All right. I have gone back and forth on this. What I would do is draft Kyle Pitts. I think Atlanta's got to struggle. The GM wants Trey Lance. The coach wants Kyle Pitts. But here's where I fall on this. I said this yesterday. Drafting Trey Lance, a great prospect, is problematic because he does everything that Matt Ryan doesn't do. Huge arm, wildly athletic. And when he's playing in the preseason and he looks great and Atlanta goes on a 3-game losing streak because it's Atlanta and they always do, it's going to be so hard for 2 years not to play him, and you're stuck with Matt Ryan's huge contract. You cannot draft a quarterback as talented as Trey Lance, play him in preseason, play him in blowouts. He does the opposite of what Matt Ryan can't, which is he's lost his arm. He can't move around. I think it's so problematic. They don't need him. And you're going to get rid of Matt Ryan? You've just seen his contract. It's bad this year. It's awful next year. You got to swallow all that. They take Kyle Pitts. Okay, now it's Cincinnati 5, Miami 6. I think there's 2 players that are going to get drafted. I'm not sure where they're going to go. I believe Cincinnati is going to take Rashawn Slater, and here's why. If Joe Burrow would not have been hurt, you would take Jamar Chase and say, I got T. Higgins one side, Jamar Chase the other. The minute Burrow gets hurt, now there's going to be second guessing if you go wide receiver because you've already got a wide receiver. And remember, 3-year starter at Northwestern, didn't allow a sack, super high IQ, Jonah Williams, they already have a left tackle. He's in the Big Ten footprint. The fans would love this. He's a Big Ten football player. Ohio's Big Ten country. I think they get Rashawn Slater, and this will have ramifications later. Stay tuned. Number 6, Miami. I think if Jamar Chase goes to Cincinnati, they'll take Slater because they've got Austin Jackson left tackle. So my feeling with Miami is Cincinnati will depend who they take. If they take Slater, they'll go Jamar Chase. They already added Will Fuller, but he can't stay healthy. Devontae Parker. So this is just another weapon. I think Miami likes Kyle Pitts, but they're playing the draft manipulation draft pick game. They're not going to give picks away that they already garnered. So I think they go Jamar Chase, who I think is a home run. And again, Tua's going to win some games. This offense now and this coaching staff and special teams are getting better. Number 7. I have no idea what Detroit's doing. They need everything. I do not believe they're going to take a quarterback. So let me explain this. So Trey Lance and Justin Fields are out there right now available. Denver doesn't need to trade up. Why? Because Denver, according to reports, likes both of them. And they're going to play Drew Lock to start the season. They don't have to trade up. There's no reason to give away 3 first-round picks. So I think Detroit's going to look at this and go, listen, we got Jared Goff. We got this deal. We have not had a Pro Bowl offensive lineman in Detroit in 21 years. Okay? They've had one in 21 years, TJ Lang. Goff is not a guy that throws well under duress. And I think Detroit's scouting department says Penei Sewell is the highest graded guy on our board. We got to protect this kid. Penei Sewell, he's the best left tackle. A year ago, we talked about it. And I think Detroit needs everybody. Now I think there's a trade. Denver, again, doesn't have to move up because Denver likes both the quarterbacks and is not going to ask either one of them to play at least for the first couple months of this year. Drew Lock will. New England now has their eye on one of these two. So I believe New England wanted Mac Jones, can't get him for what their system is. They're going to go Trey Lance. Perfect, because Cam's going to start for this year. They do not need to start a quarterback. They put Trey Lance. First of all you're hearing about him is maturity. It's all the stuff Belichick loves. Maturity, huge IQ, total selfless team guy. I mean, you go read these quotes. Everybody says the same thing. He's so New England. Mac Jones and Trey Lance feel like New England. And New England now, unlike Denver, I believe has two quarterbacks they like. One, Mac is off the board. They move up with Carolina. Now, why would Carolina move down? Because Carolina needs a corner. You can move down to 15 and get a great corner. It's a great corner draft. And they need a left tackle. There's about 6 in this draft. And Carolina's like, well, the guys we like, Slater and Penei Sewell, are gone. So why not move down? So if both those tackles are gone, I'm Carolina. I'm going to move down to 15, trade with New England. They take Trey Lance. Denver, who would have taken Trey Lance or Justin Fields, doesn't have to give up picks and says, we'll take Justin Fields. Have him sit for at least to the trading deadline with Drew Draw, or sit for the whole year. What do we care? It's a new GM. He's not going to get fired. Drew Lock can go 7-10. You're not going to get fired. You develop Justin Fields. You got John Elway in the building. It feels right. And number 10, an unbelievable talent. 2 GMs in the NFL have told me they think he will be the steal of the draft. The Dallas Cowboys need a corner badly. Jaycee Horn, 3-year starter. He is tough. He's got a little keep to lead. He'll bang you on the run game. He is hyper aggressive. He's got dad was a great pro football player. Big games. Auburn game last year. Big games. He's a great player. And I think I just think everybody I know loves this kid. So that's my mock draft. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.